his grandkids, and I got to know him through them, and that was a big loss for our organization. I mean, he's done a lot as far as in the communities that, in San Diego and Los Angeles alone. He just gave a lot, and I just really respect him and his family for all they've done. I mean, so many people, we gotten so many letters. He affected so many people's lives that is unbelievable. So I just want to pay respects to the family that way.
Questions? Well, looking ahead to this week, your thoughts now that you had time to read the tape of Cleveland?
Cleveland's a good football team, very good young football team that's learning how to win. And, we knew they were good last year when we played them. We struggled to get points on the board against that defense. And so it's going to be a dogfight, but they all are. So it's nothing that we hadn't seen before.
How have you seen Todd Haley's offense with Cleveland compared to maybe Kansas City or Pittsburgh?
Todd is very good at getting the ball into the hands of his playmakers, and he has a lot of playmakers. Landry is having one of his better seasons. The running backs are playing very well. Three-headed monster back there at running back. Quarterback is really extending plays, keeping drives alive, moving the ball with his legs, and he's making every single throw in the book. So Todd's got a lot of weapons to play with, so that's dangerous.
So you see that as pretty similar to his past stops? Or
To what?
To his past stops. Do you see this offense?
Very, I wouldn't say similar to what he did in Pittsburgh because he had a veteran quarterback. I think now he's playing more at the Baker's strength.
You mentioned Baker and how he's playing. Do you feel like he's kind of ahead of where rookies are at in terms of quarterback play right now and how he's playing?
I wouldn't say he's ahead. I just like the way they're using him. They're doing a lot of what he did in college. And I think when first-year quarterbacks come into this league, we're going to have to give a little bit that way if they're going to have any success.
We talked a little bit about his swag and how that's kind of rubbed off on the rest of the team. How different is this Cleveland team than years past?
They were talented last year when we played them. That was a scary game for us. So, like I said, they just learned how to win, Ashley. They've won some close games. They're 2-1. They could be 4-1 right now. So it's a dangerous football team.
Anthony, does it help in terms of game planning that you guys have a common opponent that you recently faced with the Raiders? You kind of see how they matched up.
You saying common opponent as far as Cleveland and Oakland?
Right. They played the Raiders a couple weeks ago, and you just got done playing the Raiders.
Yeah, I mean, but some people are game plan specific. So, what they did against the Raiders, we may see something completely different. But, they scored a lot of points in that game, so I would expect them to do some of that. But they have a huge playbook with the RPOs and all those type of plays. So we're preparing for everything right now. Greg has a huge playbook. You never know what defense you're going to get from Greg. It's like a Rolodex, and they're very good at it, and they're executing. So, and he's got some weapons to work with. Jamie Collins, I thought at one time he was one of the better linebackers in the game in New England. So he's still there. He's still a young player. Pepper's in the back end. I liked him coming out of school. So Myles Garrett, he has 6 sacks already. So he's got a lot of toys to play with. A lot of line movement up front. They're trying to get pressure on the quarterback that way, and they're playing good.
Anthony, how far back did you go into the Oklahoma college tape to maybe study some tendencies you've seen?
We studied Baker a lot last year coming out of school, so we were very familiar with what his college tape looked like, and so we didn't have to look at it too much this week. But we see them implementing some of the things that he did well, which is smart.
Coach, for you personally, what's it like to look across the sideline and see Coach Haley, who you have such a close relationship with?
I've been seeing him on the other side for a long time now, so we're very good friends, but we love beating each other.
In a lot of categories, Phillip is off to statistically one of the best starts of his career. What have you seen from him for these first 5 games that's been especially good, even considering the high standard you already have for him?
He's taking care of the football, He's going to throw one every now and then, but for the most part, he's taking care of the football. And his completion percentage is up. And, and that's everybody. That's the O-line protecting, and that's the receivers running the right routes, right depth, catching the ball. That's the whole team, backs out of the backfield. But he's taking care of the football, and he's delivering the mail where it needs to go.
Do you expect Russell or Joe to practice this week?
Both to be limited in practice this week, yes.
You mentioned that Phillip's completion percentage up. Is that just second year being in your system and kind of understanding how
Well, that can't hurt, being around a guy for a year and 2 off seasons. But I think we're all on the same page. I think we've always been on the same page. But I think in the beginning, it may have been a little pull there with what we want to do. But right now, I think things are rolling smoothly. Offense cannot be more balanced right now in how we're attacking defenses.
In the opposite way, has the offense kind of adjusted itself more to Phillips' skill set, I guess, in the second year?
Well, I think it's always been adjusted to Phillips' skill set. I think that's what you have to do when you have a quarterback of his caliber.
Anything on Kaiser?
Excuse me?
Kaiser White for this week?
He probably won't be available this week.
Joey's obviously still recovering.
Yeah.
Do you expect him to travel with you guys for the next 2 weeks, or stay here and rehab and get ready for to come back for?
No, we met about that a week ago, and we're going to stay here. We think it's best for him to not travel as much and get his rehab.
Coach always places an emphasis on taking care of the football. With this Cleveland Browns team, through the first 5 weeks, they're 15 takeaways?
The number one in the league in takeaways.
I know.
Yeah.
How heightened is it, especially being on the road against a team that's proven they can take the ball away?
We haven't given it away, so we have to keep doing what we're doing, and that speaks to your toughness, the toughness of the football team when we go in there. How we protect in the crowd noise, how we hold up, how we respond, because they're gonna make some plays, but we've taken care of the football. I expect us to keep taking care of the football.
What have you seen from Jatavis Brown kind of filling in for Kaiser?
Jatavis did a fine job. He left the game last week for a little bit, but he may miss some practice this week as well. But he's done a fine job. He's a veteran guy. He's in some ways it was better because he's a veteran. He's been there. He's done it, and he knew what he was doing. We knew with Kaiser we was going to go through some growing pains. Now, he's a heck of an athlete. You saw the plays that he made when he was in there. But, we needed him to stay on the field so he can get through some of those learning curves and be that linebacker that we know he can be. But now he's out, and Jatavis steps in. He did a good job.
Having also we could be saying, possibly two league candidates for defensive rookie of the year in this game with Derwin James and Denzel Ward. Just your thoughts about these two young DBs.
Denzel, he's doing everything I thought he'd do. I loved him coming out of Ohio State. The young man has a lot of confidence, a lot of speed, ball skills, and he's a good man corner, end zone corner. My guy, I love him. DJ. We use DJ at a lot of different places. He does a lot of things for us. So.
All right, thanks, guys.
Okay.